You're listening to The Word on the Streets with Joe Bingham, Jason Tasker, Raj Pujata, and Lovell Smith.
1, 2, 3. Is that right?
I don't know.
It's as right as you want it to be, man.
I always forget. All right, welcome back to The Word on the Streets. There's no Lovell with us this week. He's got some stuff going on that he's got to sort out. So just the three of us. So you already, I was going to say you already know our names at this point, but you might not. This could be your first episode.
This could be their first episode.
You'll have heard it in the jingle though. So I'm Joe.
I'm not Lovell.
And I'm Raj.
Not Lovell, is Jason. For anyone that's interested.
No, we had to. Like Lovell can't make it. Like
make it.
There was too much sexual tension between Raj and Lovell, and we just had to draw a line somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So onwards and upwards. That's what they say. But yeah, what you been up to, Raj? Nice. You've got the headphones on today.
Yeah, so I can hear you crystal
so you can
clear.
monitor me.
What have I been up to? Fucking hell, nothing, mate. To be honest, gigging, mate. I drove Manchester and back after work, and I tell you, if my car didn't have lane departure assist, I'm a dead man.
What even is that?
So basically, when you're driving at 70 in cruise control, it keeps you in between the two lines.
Oh, okay.
And so if you were to like daydream or nod off or sleep with your eyes open, which I do, like you're asleep but you're awake. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not thinking. And I just, for a moment, I was gone.
That's how I used to drive to work most mornings, don't it? You know, like when you're tired, and then like it's like you just click your fingers and you're at the office. You don't remember anything about your journey.
I got into bed and I was like, don't remember the last hour of that journey. Like, was I speeding?
You just autopilot.
I'm in cruise control, so it's cool. But you know, you get like them average speeds and whatever. And I was like, were there any? I can't remember the journey.
Yeah.
But when I woke up, there was a lorry next to me.
Man.
And the car kept me from going into it.
You ever had an accident?
Yeah, I used to use the barriers to wake me up. To be honest, that actually happened
Mate.
once. I was driving to work at like 6 a.m, and I didn't used to drink coffee. And I was driving on the what's the one going to Stoke? A50.
Fuck knows.
Oh, you might know. Mate, you drive, right? You know what I mean?
Like,
you know the A50.
You
You ain't catch me in fucking Stoke, bruv.
No, that's like, you know when
You gig anywhere. Don't give me that.
You give me that dad chat, bruv, you know?
Edit.
Yeah.
What's your favourite motorway? I bet you got a favourite motorway. You're that guy, innit?
Oh, probably the M6. Oh.
M6, what you got to pay for?
No, but like I was driving on the A50. It was like 6 a.m. I was an apprentice electrician at the time, and I was just motoring along, and then I was like, I think I'd been on like the sesh at the weekend, and then I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Next thing you know, there were like sparks flying at the side of my car. I was going like 80, and
That's what you want to do.
I tell you what, the guy
admit that you were speeding. Go on, do it again. Do it again.
and I was going at least 70 miles an hour on a dual carriageway.
And
But I tell
cause
you-
damage.
Yeah, I caused that. But I tell you what, the guy who I was giving a lift didn't like it.
Fuck. How old were you?
He absolutely shit himself. I was probably like 18, 19. But
And the M6 is shit though. Like I took the toll M6, yeah, but you can't use your phone to pay. You can't use Apple Pay to pay for the toll, right? Because you're using your phone while you're driving.
Fuck off. You're
Yeah.
stationary.
You're not even meant to use your phone in a McDonald's drive-through. It's technically illegal.
So that's you fucked, isn't it? That's all your journey.
Bro, listen, off topic, yeah, but McDonald's is bad. Imagine there's a homeless guy at McDonald's, yeah, and I must have pulled into the drive-through one day, and he was obviously asking for change along the thing, and he came to my window and he went, "Do you have a good gig tonight?" He knows me from the drive. Like I've obviously spoke to him before, and I'm there so often that he just remembers me. That's bad.
yeah, it's not good when you get a loyalty.
Yeah,
Like,
but he
and then
stopped
not
asking
good.
me for change. He knows I'm on Apple Pay now. I'm just waiting for the day he whips out a card reader and I'm fucked. But the
To be
M6
fair-
toll, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm at the toll. Can't use my phone, and I don't have a single card on me. They don't take cash. There's a massive queue behind me. It's like rush hour, yeah. It's rammed. I can't get through, so I hit the button, and the woman's like, "Use your card." I'm like, "I don't have a card." She's like, "Use your card." I was like, "I don't have it. It's in my other bag." I think I lied and said I left it at a service station because I didn't want her to judge me. I don't know why. She's just a voice in a box, right? And then everyone's tooting at me. Everyone's mad. And then she's like, all right, I'll just write you out a ticket to pay manually after. I'm thinking all these people are fuming. I'm thinking this ticket's just going to come out the machine, yeah? She asked for my name, my address, my date of birth, the car registration, the colour of the car. She went through every detail possible and everyone's getting madder and madder and madder. And then this paper just comes out of the machine and then she opens it. And you got to pay it manually, and you got to pay it in 2 days, or you pay £70 to get on the M6. So what I'm saying is, fuck the M6.
Nah, because the best thing about the M6 toll road is when you do it like a normal person, and you just go and you tap it, and then the barriers come up. You take off like you're in Fast and Furious, isn't it? Like
It's
everyone,
like 6 lanes.
it all merges. Yeah, man. I always felt like Paul Walker.
People-
R.I.P.
Yeah, what fucked?
Yeah.
He's more like Paul Walker, judging by
You know
that.
what I saw the other day?
More like Murray Walker, I'd say.
You know,
I don't know.
who the fuck is Murray Walker?
Who the fuck is Murray Walker?
He was the F1 commentator.
All right, we're back to dad chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got favourite
What
motorway.
year? What year? Because Murray is a dead name. No one's called Murray.
Yeah, he was around for a long time, but he is dead now. He was probably like stopped like 10 years ago, something like that.
What was it, car crash?
No, he was just old age.
Ah, shit.
Who died in the car? Senna, innit?
Senna, yeah.
And Paul Walker.
Paul
But-
Walker.
You know what I found out the other day on Twitter?
That was a conspiracy and they killed him because he was going to give out the secrets.
Nah.
Okay, not
Weren't
that.
he going out of a teenager? Weren't his missus like a teenager or something?
Well, his missus was a teenager.
Swear to God, like I saw something.
We really out paedophiles on this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
Paul
with no
Walker and
basis.
Salt Bay.
I saw it on Reddit. It's true.
Nah, I swear, man. I swear. But
So
I,
you're
just-
telling me his missus was a teenager?
I think like when they met,
As in his
He-
girlfriend or his wife?
like
'Cause
his girlfriend,
Mrs. is wife, right?
because like when they met, I think she was like a teenage college student or something. Like there was just a mad age gap.
Like Aaliyah and Jay-Z. That's why Beyonce got her killed.
you remember? You
Another
remember a few
conspiracy.
weeks ago when you were like, I don't read the news. I just look at meme page.
Yeah, this is it. Innit? Yeah.
Your conspiracy.
Illuminati meme
She didn't
page.
even want to get on that plane.
Nah,
They made her.
really?
Gave
Who's
her
they?
sleep- They. I can't talk about it.
He signed an NDA.
Just beep all of this out.
Can't talk about it.
But no, yeah, apparently. So like he wasn't a nonce, but like the age difference was like mad.
It's a little bit noncy what he was doing.
But
Yeah,
you know
just
what?
Yeah, but it's only nonce if you do the maths, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's only nonce if you do the math. See,
Yeah,
like
it's not if you take an average.
If you're 50, yeah, and she's 25, yeah, you're a G.
Yeah, but
But if you start doing the maths and you're like, raw, I was 25 when you was born, then it feels nonsense.
Yeah.
nah.
So what I'm saying is, don't do the math.
it's conversationally as well, though, isn't it?
Nah, 'cause
like-
you could get a mature 25-year-old.
Nah, but imagine like,
You can get an immature 29-year-old too.
yeah, of course you can. But if you are seeing someone, yeah, and then you're like, let's put a film on, and they start talking about their favourite film, and they were a kid was like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, bro. I'm like, what the fuck am I?
I start
supposed-
putting on Murray
what am
Walker.
yeah, exactly. And you're naming
Got this
doggies that have
F1,
been
yeah.
dead for 20 years.
Yeah, but you talk about what you talk about stuff that matters to both of you, right?
Like what? Upsetting social norms, because that's the one thing we've got in common there. Is I'm looking a bit groomy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a good look.
I think I'm just not there yet. You know what I mean?
I just want to make clear, I'm not defending any of these men. I know,
What you said,
sounds
as
like
long
you
as they
are.
don't do the math,
yeah, don't
Yeah.
do the maths.
it's
man.
not a
No,
problem.
because that's legal, right?
Is
That's-
that like
as
a
long as they met when they was all legal ages?
say that in court? I just didn't do the math.
yeah,
I
I just
just
didn't do the math.
Your Honour.
Yeah, just don't do the maths, and you won't feel uncomfortable
Just
about
before
it.
you start going, I'm gonna lose my job. I'm panicking.
Oh, I tell you what I did at the weekend. I went to watch the new Avatar. Bag of shit.
Is it? I've not even seen the first one.
Just boring as fuck.
Someone tried to stick it on me when I said I didn't see the first one. It was like, what?
Yeah, I feel like it is one of those films that you probably should have watched when the first.
Nah, man,
Yeah,
that
like
shit
10
feels
years
like
ago.
I'm at the Hare Krishna
Nah,
temple, bro.
like-
Why? What does that mean? Like you shouldn't watch her or something like that?
No, it's just all blue in it. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I'm looking at Indian gods. I feel like I'm just being judged. And then they're like some of them are hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when the first one came out, it was only good because it was like the best 3D you've ever seen. But the actual film is shit. It's basically The Last Samurai with blue people.
Yeah, and then the follow-up was just like follow the same pattern. It's like, invade somewhere, shit doesn't go to plan.
Is it James
That's
Cameron
it.
who made it?
James Cameron. Yeah, and they do
Both of
like
them,
some of
though,
the
innit?
footage is like kind of, it's like an animation, but then they film it like it's live action. Do you know what I mean?
Like
They'll like start like there will be a boat come in, and then they'll kind of like zoom in on the boat, so it's like looks like it's like live action rather than like an animation. Fucking weird.
Well,
Do you think you overwatched this film and just not? Just
No, mate, you couldn't get away from it because that's.
I'm gonna go watch it.
And it's like 3 hours long as well.
Mate, it felt like half an hour too long as well. I was in there like, come on, someone just die.
Batman
I want
felt like
the
that
main
to me.
characters to die. That was how. I felt like normally you want an affiliation, don't you, with the characters? I was like, write them all off. I don't care.
Because like
What was the last good film James Cameron made though? He made Titanic.
yeah,
Then what?
97.
That's his whole career. Just based.
Man, I
on
got
that he made
slapped after
Titanic.
that film, bruv. I went to watch Titanic with my mum and dad, my sister, my friend, and his brother. Cause we were.
That's a bit of a clan, isn't it, to go and watch Titanic? It was a proper family
Booked
outing.
out the whole back row.
We all, we all live on the same street, innit? We all lived on the
course you
same
did.
street. So we was like, all right, we'll go watch it, and it was a 12, right? So my dad was like, all right, we'll get you in, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what my dad used to do.
All right,
yeah.
cool. So we went in, we all got in, no problem, right? Got home after the film, and you know, there's that scene where he spits off the deck. You know what I'm talking about, right? And that impressed me so much. I was like, I want to do that. So when I got home, I tried to do the spit and caught my dad in his face, and I caught the biggest right hand.
Oh, no, by the way, you don't live on a boat.
I was just like,
Or was you at the top of the stairs like I'm on the top deck?
The whole purpose.
no, but I was.
You just went home and spat in your dad's face.
He did it from the top of the stairs, though, mate. Yeah.
But his slap was quick. It was like one of them, like, you know when he didn't even move and his arm just went boom.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
teach speed, mate.
Yeah, it was mad. I was like, rah.
Oh man.
I went to sleep crying that day, boy.
Yeah, my mum used to like the clip round the back of the head, but I remember the worst one.
The what?
Little one
Oh,
round the
clip.
back of the head.
I was
Yeah,
like, rah.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know where it is, but it's not at the back of the head.
Did you used to get beat as a child?
I wouldn't call it beat, but it was yeah. You'd get the one.
Like a bit of a smack.
Yeah, you get the one round the back of the head. But I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the once. I remember I dodged it, and she didn't look happy about that.
No.
So she kind of came after me, and I ran up the
Yeah,
stairs.
yeah.
But then I heard her coming after me up the stairs, but she tripped up the stairs, and I'm in my room, like, parang. I'm like, this is just getting worse, isn't it? But then you know what the worst thing is? I heard her like just get back up and then just slowly just go back downstairs, and I was like, this.
What, like,
This-
shame? Like, was she upset?
Nah, I think it was just
Defeated.
like,
Embarrassment.
yeah, and
She lost that
and
battle.
Just being aware that like it was all going to
Fighting
get
for day.
worse because she's going to call me down for dinner at some point. Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to face it.
Yeah, she got you back with dinner, though. I bet you she did
Mm.
something to that.
The thing is, though, you get like to a certain age, and then it just stops. It just stops hurting, doesn't it? When you get hit, and then you laugh, and then shit starts to get real.
They always had weapons in my world, man. Rolling pins.
Rolling pins, just
Mum
anything.
was always in the kitchen, innit? Equipment everywhere, bro.
Blender.
I wish my mum was always in the kitchen. My mum can't cook for shit.
Would you just get takeaways or like just fucking turkey? What are they called?
What, like turkey drumsticks, turkey
Yeah.
dinosaurs? And that?
Man, that,
What did your mum
that
used to
shit-
hit you with? Disappointment.
Yeah,
That shit-
it was.
that
What did
shit-
my mum hit me with? Malnourishment.
That shit converted me, man. My dinner ladies in my primary school were confused as fuck. I was vegetarian for like X amount of years. Came back, I was like, bro, what's them turkey things? I'll have that. Meat eater, back to vegetarian. They didn't know what I was doing.
We had a Dixie in my school.
What?
We had like an actual chicken Dixie, like in our school canteen. They set up like, so, you know when you go into the canteen, you got all like the different food bits. So you'll have like, I don't know, we had like pizza there or something. This was obviously before Jamie Oliver like ruined school dinner. for everyone. And there was the biggest queue was always, there was just one bit, and it was a kitchen inside the school, and it was a chicken Dixie counter.
See, we had chicken and chips, but it weren't Dixie.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
the
an
hairiest
actual-
chicken you've ever fucking... It had, proper hair. Like, I wish I could find a picture of it. It was mad.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver fucked our school dinners up, man.
And the
Dixie
teacher
counter.
that used to control that line, because it used to have its own teacher,
Yeah.
Dr. V, we used to call him, right? Looked like the Colonel from KFC, bro. I'm gonna see if I can dig out a picture of him because that guy, he's definitely not alive.
I don't want this to become like a paedophile hunters podcast. Yeah,
Jamie Oliver.
but did you, yeah, imagine that man. He's yeah.
He had access. That's
He-
for sure.
Yeah, he's like, look, I know how to get in. I'll get him through the kitchen.
He was like, "Do you know what's really healthy?"
Eat, come eat this carrot.
What I was gonna say, did you have any nonces in your school?
We had one teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a convicted nonce in our school.
As in he was convicted prior.
No,
and
he
still
was
got a job?
like, so what happened was he was on the register for like after. So when he was at our school, like he was the history teacher, but he was also the PE teacher.
Oh.
So he'd always like, but he was quite young. So he was like in his mid-30s, like kind of rugby guy. So like the girls always liked him. They're always kind of like, oh my God, Mr. X. Like you're like, he's cool. Like, and all the lads liked him because he was the PE teacher and like normally. But then like after I left, like it turned out he started seeing a sixth former at our school, like while he was still working there. And then he left that school and went to.
That's only wrong because he works there, right?
But then he
Because she's of legal.
If you don't do the maths, yeah.
yeah.
don't do the maths.
But then he went to another school up north,
Well,
travelled like
this
still
this story's gonna take a turn.
was still with her, and then he groomed a girl from when she was like age 12 or 13, and had like an affair with this girl. And like took her to hotels and shit, and was like showering her with gifts and other stuff probably.
Nah, do you know what's fucked?
It's like
you can't get a kid into a hotel. They ID them.
Mate, that was not my primary concern. Like, how do you know as well? Like,
you know what's fucked?
look, you know what's fucked?
Travel
I
life,
can't even take a
Care about
13-year-old.
children.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying like, how did he get
Didn't
away
even
with
get
that?
why it was a different name. Like,
No, all right. The reason I know that is they had a sign. They said if
So you got back in the car.
I said next one, babe. I said Premier Inn don't do this shit, babe.
You can always rely on the Premier.
but yeah, I tried to find the story like a while ago again because it used to be on.
But you know a lot of
the internet, but it's
details
not
about
now.
this. How does it come about? How do you know
Because
so much?
it got reported in our local newspaper and there was like a
Okay.
full article on it, and he got put on the sex offenders register for like a period of time. But now
It's like the
you
sixth
can't
form,
find it
was
on the archives or not. Because the last time, like, you know, it comes up in conversation.
No,
I
it's
tried to
probably
find the
because it's
article again, and I
released,
couldn't
right? It's
find
probably
it.
released.
Do you reckon? Yeah, and they just like dashed
But
the article.
remember that time when
But he was always a bit of a creep.
the thing that got leaked? There was a thing that got leaked where you could put your postcode in and it told you all the
All the
nonsense
pedos,
that
yeah.
was relocated.
Yeah.
And I found all my local ones.
You can do. You know, when people work in those sectors, they get like, they can literally see it on like a fucking map. You know, if like they work.
Yeah, that's what came
this
out.
was.
Yeah.
Mate, they see that every day, and imagine how disturbing that is working there. You're like,
They-
fucking hell, I'm surrounded by nonsense.
There used to be a halfway house.
Yeah.
Like it was probably like 10 minutes from my mum's house. There was like one of them halfway houses before they like put them back into the community, and that
Released them into the wild.
That came out.
Yeah.
And like that map came out, and there were like all these different ones dotted about. Then they were like, "Oh shit!" There's like a whole hostel full of them.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
They literally had to move them all out overnight.
Mate,
Fucking
we had a teacher. What he used to do is you have a mirror. One of them. You remember them combs?
Oh, he weren't.
No, you know them combs that open up like that?
Yeah.
Like they open like
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like,
like flip out.
Yeah, flip it and then you pull them out
Yeah,
and you got
yeah,
a mirror
yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah.
It's just sit there like that. Looking up the skirts.
Weird, isn't it?
And then he got sacked for following a girl home. I don't think he actually did anything.
Followed her home?
Followed her home, yeah.
That is fucked. That's like, do you know what I mean? You can laugh about like, you can't really laugh about it, but that's
You
it.
can laugh about it.
But I laugh at the awkwardness, and also like it's just wild, isn't it? Really.
It is
I feel like
Well, we've taken a serious conversation down a very, very fucked up path.
It's when you said you were upset with travel.
yeah.
No, I
what
wasn't
it went
upset with them. I said I'm just wondering how you got into a hotel because they ID and they like to see proof that that's either your kid or why have you got a kid.
I don't know the logistics
But
around how
maybe
he
it
managed
was-
to get past
Maybe it
Premier
was
Inn
years ago. Maybe
stuff.
it was years
but-
ago.
yeah, it was. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
years ago. We're
And,
talking like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. So
Have you
I want to hear what some of these things are, man. Can you hit some of them and I'll mimic the sound.
Okay, well, I think I know what one of them is. So
I'll mimic the sound.
if you say again,
One of them just says
oh,
nonce.
have you
written
heard?
out.
Have you heard that? Say the travel lodge thing about the thing with the kids and the sign.
You can't get a kid into Travelodge because they ID everyone.
That's the only one
Can you hear
That's the
that?
only one I memorised. I just about heard it coming.
Or does it
through
say
your
pedo
headphones.
really loud?
Listen, these buzzwords are going to get taken off
Yeah.
YouTube,
Should we
bro.
move on? To
Oh,
that?
will they?
Call them nonces.
Oh, nonce.
Right, what we got? We got a would you rather.
Yeah, actually, it's nothing to do with what we've been talking about. It's more like pet related.
We'll change that.
Probably for the best.
We've got to like get the algorithm somehow. I don't think we're gonna get it at the minute.
Yeah, if you see how many views their videos get, it's always just a uncomfortable looking man in front of a brick wall. We've got that. Or
Oh, the predator hunters.
We've
Yeah.
already got this. We've already got the
Pedo
wall that they're always
Oh,
stood in
nonce
front
hunters.
of.
What are they called? Nonce hunters.
Yeah,
I had to
like
Google the spelling of nonce. I was like, is it a C or an S?
Doesn't it? It stands for.
Is it nonchalant? Is that what it's short for? Nonchalant.
Very nonchalant about the law. No, I think it stands. It stands for.
Just don't do the maths.
I think it's not on normal communal exercise.
Fuck off. That's not what it's.
It's a prison term for like you don't let them with the rest of the community with the rest of the communal.
So they're called
exercise.
nonces.
So that they won't because they'd all get battered.
That's a prison term.
That's what the guards used to call.
So they call them nonces. Mad.
There we go. A bit of intellectual insight there.
That's
more
really
time
interesting,
inside.
actually.
Yeah. From that 5 stretch I did in
Yeah,
Solihull Pen.
yeah. It's a solid whole
Do you know why they call Dick a Johnson?
After something American, maybe.
Yeah, President Johnson apparently had a massive knob.
Which one was it?
President Johnson.
Lyndon. Lyndon Johnson.
The one with the massive knob.
Was he before? He was part of Vietnam, wasn't
Fuck knows, but he used to get it out on the table all the time.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
called a Johnson.
he? He used to get it out on the table,
And
just
that's
like
what
for
I'm
a meeting. Like,
I'm guessing
I'm
that's
calling a meeting.
I'm guessing that's why it's called a Johnny, innit?
Fair enough.
After Johnson,
Shit, yeah. Okay.
maybe.
Well, there we go. We'll
Don't
fact
it?
check this after, by the way, just in case.
We won't.
Right, yeah.
We just make shit up,
Right, I've got some pet related.
right?
Would you rather? So I think I'll ask a question and then we can chat about pets after.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Pets.
Yeah, but this isn't like, it's more like animal insect related, I guess. Would you rather have a giant pet dragonfly that you can fly around on around the world, or a giant pet snail that can carry you on its back?
Did you coke when you fucking thought these?
No,
The
it's
fuck
shrooms,
kind of
actually.
question is that?
It was shrooms, actually.
Doesn't a dragonfly die after a day or something?
Yeah.
Just be
Well,
halfway
you fly
around the
around for
world,
a
it
day.
keels over.
I've never seen a
Snails are-
dragonfly up close. Like I don't like. Is his face scary? But I'm also not trying to get this green tracksuit on
I
a
was
snail.
going to say I've seen one, but I ain't seen it that close.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I ain't
Like,
looked
have you
at
seen
its
that
eyes.
ant's face up close?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Fucked.
But it's
Right,
only
is it?
horrible because of them things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
dragon-
I don't give
the
a fuck what
mandibles.
it is. What you think? If it didn't have these things, it's kind of an attractive fucking looking thing.
It just looked like one of them awkward, like you know, them really ugly dogs that look like they've had the fucking face pulled back. It just looked like one of them.
yeah,
innit?
like they've had their ears
What are these called? Pincers.
They're called mandibles.
mandible.
I've watched David Attenborough. Yeah. Have you ever thought? You know what? You know them dogs that I'm on about, the ones that real pulled back features.
Yeah,
Snail.
yeah. I think
Oh, the boxers.
they have them and have their ears clipped. Like
Yeah.
no one's like, "Rrr."
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're like mass. I don't fucking know what they are.
You never see anyone doing well in life with one of them dogs, do you?
No, it's
I
always
don't
like
even know what you're talking about.
it's always
Their
a-
face is pulled back.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but
it's always for protection.
Boxers.
No,
Do you know what I'm talking about when I say boxers? The ugly one.
I'm thinking of
Yeah.
like a
you ones with the stiff face.
they're
I'll
horrible.
Google that.
Anyway, how fast is this snail?
Snail pace.
Can I
Yeah,
put
but
a
it's giant, isn't it?
Can I do anything with the snail to make it faster, or do I have to keep it as it is?
What are you gonna do? Like de-restrict it?
No, what I'm saying is,
You
first
can
of
have
all,
like a pair
how-
of reins on it or something like that.
Yeah, so I can.
and a
That's
whip.
how I tell it to fucking move, right?
Yeah.
But- How big is the snail?
I'd say pretty big, like the big as a car or something like that. Big as
Okay.
a 4x4. So
So could I put it on wheels? Could I put?
no,
two
it's got to slither along.
Oh, that's gonna take ages on the
We're just gonna
M6
take
toll.
the big dragon.
Could you imagine me on the M6 toll with a snail?
Still got no car. You finally get that bit of paper come out, and it's still 40 minutes to pull out.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I don't like the thought of sitting.
Paul Walker would have lived on that, though, innit?
He would have done, mate. The snail would have just gone up the tree.
Fucking hell.
Also, the snail would be useless in the winter because then they put salt grit on the roads. And
Oh shit!
it'd
Yeah, it just fucking
melt.
die. Like, oh.
And dragonflies. They're quite thin on the body, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like me on top of him, is he?
Yeah, but it's giant. Okay, how big's that?
Big as a car?
Big as a car again.
Or big as a plane?
A plane. Yeah, we'll say a plane.
Oh, then I can sit inside him.
Mate, I wouldn't like to go anywhere. I hate flies. Like just the thought of sitting on a hill.
Oh, because snails are fucking...
aren't they? Snails are better though because it's just like a slithery kind of
You'd never
surface.
get
Isn't it?
anywhere.
Yeah, you wouldn't, would you?
I don't even want to touch my own cum after I'm done. Like, I'm not touching a snail's jizz.
Oh no.
Man said, oh, no.
I bet your room's a mess.
I'm like, babe, clean that, please.
Did I ever? I don't know why this has just come into my mind. Did I ever tell you about my mate? He said she went on a date with this guy.
If it's
And
me, I'm going to
And
be
he said,
He went on a date with a guy.
nah,
Oh.
she went on a date with this guy,
And who's your mate, the guy or the girl?
the girl.
Okay.
And this guy said he could only get off after reading Mein Kampf. How mad is that? How mad is that?
He's testing the waters. He's fucking...
You
around.
think he's seeing how far he can go?
Yeah. Then he pulled a copy of it out, pages stuck together, done a lot.
Really?
Shut up. Nah. For real?
Not the last bit, no. No.
Oh my god.
Nah. What would you do if you went around someone's house and they just had a copy of Mein Kampf? Because my thing is, like, it's still just a historical book, isn't it? It's basically just his...
I don't think there's anything wrong with reading it.
Isn't it just like
I
his
think it's more
manifesto?
yeah.
which we already know the gist of. You know what I mean?
He knows the gist of.
We saw how it was playing out.
Labour
but-
just copied it, didn't they? Basically,
Hmm.
Political.
inside.
Such a dad. Nah, but that's cool. Have the book, but why are you wanking over it?
Yeah, and like what bits? Because like,
Yeah.
you know,
It'd be a
Like,
challenging one.
does he
wouldn't it?
watch Anne Frank's diary? Like, does he watch that different to us?
it's not a film.
There is a film. I watched the film.
What? I'm Frank's Diary.
Not. It wasn't called Anne Frank's Diary, but in school I watched the film. Yeah.
About are you talking about Schindler's List?
Nah, Anne Frank the film, blood.
There's not a film about Anne
No,
Frank, bro.
there's not.
Bro, there's a film, man.
I will
There's-
look-
No, mate.
I'm gonna look this up now.
There's films about everything.
What do you mean about everything?
There's films about everything.
Oh man! Remember when Justin Bieber went to Amsterdam and said he thought Anne Frank would have been a believer when he visited the house?
I think she would have been.
That was yeah, of course you would have, man.
Everyone was.
Can't escape Bieber fever.
Yeah.
Google that shit. I'm telling you, there was a film.
She would have had to keep the music down there, wouldn't she?
There's a TV mini series.
I'm talking 90s.
Nah. There's a cartoon that came out.
It weren't a
last
cartoon.
year
It was not.
Mate,
a
I think you
cartoon.
dreamt this.
called Where Is Anne Frank? Came out last year.
Nah.
Nah.
This was in primary school, man.
Mad.
Did she? Have you read the diary?
Yeah.
Is it? So how old was she? I don't really know. I can't really
Was
remember.
it a
too-
schoolgirl on it? Was she like 12? I can't remember. I read it a long time ago.
Did she write it well, or did she write it like a 12-year-old?
She seemed pretty smart, to be fair. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it was like, I don't know.
Did she have a ghostwriter, do you reckon?
Do you reckon it was tidied up, or do you reckon she wrote it?
It must have been tidied up, surely.
Maybe.
You just touched my trainers, Jason.
Sorry, mate. They're massive.
Have you been to her house? You know you can.
Her yard.
Yeah.
What in the?
It's in Amsterdam, isn't it?
Yeah, but in the cupboard.
You can go up to the.
How small was it? I've never been. No.
Right, this is
It's
one
like,
of the
it's like
things.
an
though,
attic, isn't it?
I feel a bit conflicted about. Do you know, like when you go to somewhere like Amsterdam, and you go in there to get like leathered all weekend,
About culture.
or get cool, even culture. It's like I feel a bit conflicted if like you're gonna go to Anne Frank gaff, and then next thing you know you're gonna like get smashed. I feel like it's a bit disrespectful. Same like if you go to Krakow, don't go to Auschwitz and then go on like
Bruv,
the
that's-
sesh after.
You're literally.
You lot have a
explaining
funeral and
what
then
I
get
did.
drunk. I don't understand.
You're literally explaining what I did in Krakow.
I thought I don't really want to go to Auschwitz after I've been on the sesh last night.
When I went
Think
to
of it like a wake.
when I went to Krakow.
Pretty big one.
Yeah, so basically, my mum was complaining that I'd not been on holiday with her for like 15 years or something. So I said, "All right, we'll go away." Took her to Auschwitz. So we went.
Was she hoping for Barbados, man?
So we went.
Yeah.
So we went to Cracker, and we're in this. My mom's like a lot like me, innit? So like we're in this pub the night
What, easy?
before.
Joking. I'm joking. I'm
Riddled.
sorry. I'm sorry. And do you know what? I know she watched. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's nosy,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Nosy. She'll be watching all of this. But yeah, we're in this pub, and this geezer, it's like these two like proper like Cockney brickies, isn't it? They come up to us in the pub and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go to Auschwitz while you're here?" My mum was like, "Yeah, we're going tomorrow." They're like, "Oh, I'll tell you what, I cried like a baby. It was awful. It was horrible." It's like, "Yeah, right." Then. And me and my mum went the next day. Like neither of us cried, because the reason was we were both kind of like, I knew what happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But I think you.
seeing it for yourself is a bit like mad. The maddest thing about it was like there was this old geezer.
But that goes back to what you said a couple of weeks ago. You're emotionally challenged.
It blocks it out.
Not Rain Man.
Put it in
That's
a box.
what. That's what. Because you're meant in those scenarios, you're putting yourself in that situation. That's what makes people cry. I think.
I didn't do that.
Exactly. Because you're emotionally challenged. It's like all the women tell you.
Who have you been speaking to?
You said it. Sat here next to me. You said I'm
Yeah, but I'm in a
emotionally
different chair now.
unavailable.
Different chair, different man.
Can't believe you're comparing his love life to Auschwitz.
Can it? Fucking hell. It is a
But
tragedy.
did you share a room with your mum on holiday?
No.
Oh, so didn't I do you?
Bro, I was like 26.
Okay.
What, you think I had Auschwitz pee at 16? Just taking my mum when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, they've got a gift shop there.
Yeah. What?
I'm not even joking.
I don't even want to know what they're
Not
selling in
even
the gift
joking.
shop.
Yeah, and the
I'm
American.
saying
The American.
fucking
Yeah,
nothing.
because there's a lot of bad punchlines that could come up.
Yeah,
The
like-
Americans were complaining that the gift card, that the gift shop was shit. And I was just sat outside having a fag, and I was just like, like you said, what the fuck did you want to buy?
Like
You
what
just
do
want a
like
keyring or
pair of
something,
shoes
right?
or something like that. Like it's fucked, innit? You don't really
Yeah.
like. I don't really see what kind of gift you could get there that would be any
worth-
of any value.
It's worth going to, not the gift shop.
Oh, I'd
the
love to.
actual place.
I'd love to go. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
interesting.
But I just thought it's not really right at the time
Yeah,
to
'cause
like
you want to
go
get
out.
smashed after.
Yeah, like I just thought it's a more disrespect doing that than it is respect.
That's what we did after. We did like a vodka tasting thing afterwards.
What at the place?
Yeah, when we got back to Cracker.
Oh, right. Did you go to the salt mines?
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Your snail wouldn't make it in there, would it?
No.
Exactly. Finished.
There we go. That circles back nicely to that really good would you rather quiz.
Yeah, good segue there. Dragonfly. I'll take the dragonfly.
I'm gonna say snail, just because I fucking hate flies. They're just annoying, aren't they?
So you're sticking with the snail?
Yeah, and dragonflies don't live for long, apparently, according to you.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But it's a giant one, so it's a super. Let's say it lives as long as you live. You are its oxygen.
Oh yeah, I'd probably put. You could probably put like a seat on it or something like that.
And how long does a snail live for? And
Oh,
also,
ages.
Both live as long as you live.
And also, the snail's the size of a car, but imagine that thing getting hit by an actual car.
Mate, the snail would take it out. It's like,
You're getting obliterated.
No, it would engulf it, wouldn't
be
it?
like have an end camp rating of like 6 or
You
something.
tread on
Also,
the
if
snail,
you
you're
saw a
finished.
fucking snail coming down the road, you'd move, wouldn't you?
I still can't believe this is.
You'd be in awe, wouldn't you? You'd
'Cause they'd
get
have
your
this
phone out.
big
you'd-
fucking mouth as well. You know what their mouths be like? Fucking that Pokemon. I can't remember its name. You know the one?
Have you ever looked at a
Like
snail
mud.
in the face?
Mud. Nah. It's the
Nah,
faces
it's
that
scary.
scare me.
Have you ever looked a snail in the face? Did you?
Yeah.
What's it eating as well?
Oh, like plants and shit.
Where are they coming from?
I don't know. The forest.
There's a lot of admin here, man.
It is. You've got to look after it as well, haven't you? Like, I guess
Yeah.
that would be a bit annoying.
Especially
I think-
You
Northwest.
can't just call it like an Uber.
Not much greenery in Northwest.
Nah. I think I'm wearing it all. I think I would have to go for the dragonfly
Okay.
just because I'm flying.
Yeah. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I'd get one of them Khaleesi saddles on it. Get the reins on, left, right, teach it. Do I have to
Yeah.
teach it? Does it know?
I mean,
knows how to fly, right? It's been doing
knows
it
how
its
to
whole
fly.
life.
Yeah,
Boom,
just
boom.
need how to handle you on
Got to
the
give it a name. Got to give it a name. Rex.
What? As in
Rex.
my Rex? That's like a dog's name, isn't it?
It's my pet. It's my automobile.
Why did you go to Rex?
I like Rex. Rex the dragonfly.
Okay, that's the end of that question. Same noise. A different button.
Rex and Raj. It's got a ring to it.
It has.
Yeah. It sounds like the kind of TV show that the presenter would get found out for something 20 years later. Back on topic.
Fucking hell.
Well, to be honest, that question was from like I asked ChatGPT, and that's what it came up with.
What have you ever had a pet?
Yeah, I had a cat when I was a kid, and then like 3 dogs.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
This is.
Any of them called Rex?
Nah.
He just reminded me of a story. Like when I used to have a cat, I had a few cats actually, because 2 of them got run over. But I can remember when one of them got ran over, and like I was coming back from school. I was like walk home from school.
He's trying not to laugh.
I don't know where he's going with this.
And then one of them got run over, but I didn't know, and I was coming back from school, and then I got up to the house, and then I opened the door, and then the cat was just there in one of those like big, like, do you know the builder's bags that you get, what you have like
Got like a fucking Selco bag.
yeah, because that's what, or like this person who found it just bought it in one of those bags. But the worst, I was like proper stoned because I'd just been smoking weed on the field. So I came back and there was just like a fucking dead cat there.
How old were you?
Like 15, something like that.
When my cat died, I was 14, I think. No, I'd have been 15.
Did you cry?
Nah, I was literally, my mum woke me up in the morning. I was like 16. Mum woke me up. She's like, I think the cat's dead.
That's what my mum did.
I was like, what? And she's like, can you go downstairs and check? Like, I'm a vet. I had to go downstairs. I'm like tired. Felt pretty stiff. The cat, innit? Obviously died in the night. I was like, yeah, I think he's dead.
I was proper close to the cat as well. Like, so it was sad.
So that was like my first pet. Jesus is saying it.
I didn't get the giggles. I was just like, I can remember just being like, I was like in shock, and then I just like went into the bedroom. Like,
the drugs, you know.
People were mad.
I was like, what is going on?
I just buried it in the garden.
Mad close to their pets, isn't it? Yeah, my mum did the same thing. She was bawling her eyes out.
Oh, I was
Like,
crying.
Mum.
Yeah, I was sad.
Thing's been in the house 3 months, man. Didn't last too long. It wasn't even a cat. It was a rabbit.
Was it?
It was a rabbit.
I bet you ate that fucker, didn't you?
Nah, had cancer. Otherwise, I surely would have.
Yeah, nice bit of rabbit.
How did you go from cat to rabbit?
Oh, well, that's the pet I had, isn't it?
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah, sweetie.
I had a rabbit when I was a kid, and then apparently one day I just said to my mum, I was like, oh, mum, I'm going to go down to the shed and play with a rabbit. And she's like, bro, that rabbit's been dead for 6 months. I just forgot I had it. Like, that's not why it died. Like, my mum still took care of it, but she was like, we bought you this rabbit, and then you just weren't bothered with it. I was like 3.
Yeah, pets and
Rabbits are a bit of a shit pet, aren't they?
They were
That
that was my sister's rabbit. I didn't really touch it. He used to bite me and shit. But could never touch a rabbit's nose. They don't like that.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
They are not a fan of that.
You ever looked a rabbit in the face?
Yes, red eyes.
No, but I've looked a snail in the face a couple of times.
They
mate.
fucking scream as well. Do you know rabbits scream?
No.
They scream.
I tell you what I heard last week that I never heard before. A squirrel making a noise, and it was making a noise like a fucking bird. I was in what's the park? Bishop's Park, and it was no,
fucking
and it
high
wasn't.
all the
I was
time.
sober as fuck. It was like a Sunday morning. I was like,
Where you thought of the fucking question?
I was like, what is that noise? And I looked up, and the squirrel was on the tree. And it was going. Mate, it was wild.
do it again. Do it again.
It was going.
Yeah,
And I was looking at it for a good 5 minutes.
One more time. Let me just.
It was going.
It's
Like
his
that.
face when he does it. Why's your hand up here every time as well?
Because it was just like, got to get the pitch right. But yeah, I wasn't on my own. I was with my girlfriend. So
I remember you want to hear something that will kill a high really quickly. I remember being like 15, where me and my mates, man, you know when you're a teenager and it's like you can't, everyone's at home, so you want to go smoke. You end up like in an alleyway. So we're just in this alleyway smoking. It's cold anyway. It's winter, and then we just heard like the screams of like a bird being ripped to pieces by like some foxes, like on the other side of this fence. So it's like,
Can we just clear up? Because bird as in
Yeah, it wasn't a woman
No,
being
all
ripped
right.
apart by a
What by a fox?
Oh, it was horrible.
Same scream.
Because it was just getting.
What noise did the fox make?
It was just getting low. Oh no, let's put that.
I was gonna say,
dub
do
that
not-
song in.
Do not make that noise while I got these headphones.
But that was horrible, man. We waited. We tried to like wait for it to fuck off.
What, to save the bird?
No, for the screaming to stop so we can enjoy our evening.
Oh, right.
Why do you like lean around the corner like, could you keep it down?
We just ignored it for like 5 minutes and it just kept getting louder. So we just
You didn't want to
Oh,
try
God,
save the bird?
It was one of those alleyways where it's like it goes into like people's back gardens and shit, so we couldn't get to wherever it was.
It's food chain anyway, innit?
Exactly, nature.
Don't fuck with that. Greta won't be happy.
Do you remember that news story from years and years ago where that couple had a baby and they left the back door open and a fox got in through the back door and just ate the baby?
Fuck. I've heard stories like that.
And it proper. I remember I was shook at foxes for time after that because I was like, they're eating babies. But the best part is, there was a TV show that did an experiment and it was like, are domestic foxes dangerous? So they got like a pushchair, like a baby's pram. And they wrapped like a piece of ham up in a blanket and stuck it in the pushchair and then left it outside overnight. And obviously the fox comes and nabs it 'cause it's a fucking piece of ham.
Science, bitches.
Baby ham.
Who did they employ for that?
Mate, that's fucked.
I suppose, no, but pig is the closest meat to human skin, isn't it? That's why you practice tattooing on pigs. So maybe it's not crazy.
Why? I don't see loads of tattooed pigs everywhere though.
No, because they don't fucking... It's the they're already dead. You don't tattoo a live pig.
I just imagined like a,
Why not? Why
like
not
a
tattoo
pig
a
with
live one?
tribal down the side.
Because it moves.
Yeah, so do humans.
Yeah, you've got to like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You've
but
gotta
the
learn to-
humans asked to be tattooed. The pig didn't go, oh, I really want this
The
fucking...
pig didn't have to be killed.
I know, the pig didn't have to be made into fucking bacon rashers.
That's you lot, bro. I'm vegetarian.
For now.
Yeah, you'll relapse soon enough.
All right, what's your next question? Since the
Mate, I
rules-
think
So what
the
is
next
it?
question is
Dragonfly?
So dead. I'm so dead. Sorry. Fucking hell.
Dragonfly, snail, dragonfly. Now you had another pet question, man.
Yeah, it was shy.
hot on
What
the pets.
It was another.
What was the inspiration
Yeah, what made you think of pets?
for pets this week? Oh, you spend a lot of time on the road. Would you ever go?
I tell you what. The,
Would I ever go dogging? Bruv, I've been dogging.
I was just thinking, dogs, innit? Would you?
I've been dogging, yeah.
Have you actually?
Yeah, but not dogging. I was in,
in the car park.
yeah,
When
with
it
all my
started?
boys.
What? Just watching?
Just so basically.
You just realised that sounds weird.
No.
So you were stalking basically, or you?
No.
Being a peeping tom.
No.
Oh man.
So my mate was like, let's go to this place where they dog. That'd be funny, innit? We piled into the car. There's like 5 of us in the car. And we just park up, see if we see anything, right? I did a bit of research before. So I knew like brake lights means on a fucking arse, flashlights mean something else, all of this stuff, yeah. And I was just seeing like what people are doing. And no one was doing anything. But like we went into the car park and our lights, as we went into the car park, lit up another car. And I saw this person in the car and it scared the shit out of me, right?
Imagine you're just trying to straighten your car up in the space.
And Raj is there in his SUV.
Tap your brake. Someone's like, they want fucking in the arse.
Did you have your private number plate on when you went in there?
No, I wasn't driving. I didn't have a license then. I was
right.
15, 16. It was like, no, 17. My mate had a license. So this was just starting to do when we couldn't get into the clubs and shit. So we went, sat there. I went a couple of times actually.
Was this like a regular thing? Do you have to book in online?
And then we pull in, we park up, right?
That's on Skiddle.
And no one's fucking.
Design
no
by
one,
night.
no one is fucking in front of us. And we're like, well, this is fucking shit, yeah? I thought it was just going to be mad everywhere. And then I'm just sat in the car. I'm in the back left behind the driver. And I look to my right and there's just a man staring at me. Not blinking. Not, I screamed so loud. My mate panicked, turned the car on. We nearly hit this motherfucker trying to get out of there.
Have his dick out?
I don't know because it's a window, innit? Maybe he did.
That was the last time he saw Dad.
And then And then the second time we went, it was just men coming in and out our bushes together.
Mm.
Yeah, never saw anything. Never saw a dick. Yeah,
I feel like it could be a market for
lot
that,
of
ticket
lot of
sales.
transgender there, proper dressed up, proper makeup, everything
Did you watch the documentary back
very
in the day?
flamboyant. Huh?
Did you watch the documentary back in the day? Dog in Tails.
No,
Did you?
sounds like
Is
something
that the
I'd
one
watch.
where they wore those the masks
Yeah.
when they were on? Yeah,
They
it
wore
looked a
like
bit-
animal masks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking funny, man.
I also went to another field where they,
Another field.
where they like worship Satan and shit.
Yeah, I'd go to that. Like,
Fuck,
I'd
bruh.
be intrigued, man.
If you want to see me run, yeah, that's one of the only times in my life I've ran. That and the 5K I did for sickle cell. That is the only time I shat myself.
So what were they doing?
It was just like in a formation with a fire going, and you could just hear all these mad noises. And it's pitch black, so like your senses are all fucked. You can just see this fire and figures. And I was like, no.
I bet they fucked.
I ain't put the hours in praying to be all right in this situation. God's like, you do not do your time, bro. He's going to let me go to these motherfuckers. So I was out of there quick. I was like, fuck that shit.
Do you guys believe in Satan?
Do you know what? I don't think I do, but
No, as in like your religion wise, is Satan like a part of that? Like with the Satan that they were worshipping? Because if they're like
there's
Satan,
versions.
Yeah,
innit?
who's your
'cause
version of
Because
Satan?
if they're
Bruv, that-
Satanists,
I'm
they're,
not a
they're like God versus Satan, innit? You know what I mean? The fallen angel. So you'd have been fucked.
Or
either
they're
way,
just
bro.
trying to get dark spirits, right?
Maybe. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go back.
I ain't
do a
not-
live episode.
I live in London, bro. That is a block of flats now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, fair.
So thank God for that. It's fully fucking scared the shit.
I've
out
always
of me.
been interested.
Oh, I
in
also
all
went
that.
to a place called Cold Christmas.
What's that?
It's a church that is built the wrong way. Apparently, churches are meant to face a certain
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
Which way?
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
No, I should know this because of going to Catholic school and whatever. But yeah, originally all churches faced a certain.
Can't learn and suck
Point.
dick.
Oh yeah.
That Kool-Aid guy. So this church is apparently the wrong way, right? And I, Johnny Big Bollocks, all talk, no action, yeah? Told my boys, I'll spend the night in that castle.
And what we're
19.
What are you doing all this infantile fuckery at 17 to 20?
You guys just planned it out for the whole year, like every weekend. Like,
Bro,
oh,
we used to
this
do
week we're going to
we
visit
used to do
Satan.
some mad shit back in the day, man. I've been left on dark streets trying to ghost ride the whip. Bear shit's happened, man. One of my mates, he just liked to shut his eyes while he was driving.
Oh, and just see what happened.
No, we got to direct him.
Oh, okay.
But this time he just shut his eyes, didn't tell anyone he was shutting his eyes, fucking going into a lamppost. Same guy that nearly killed me. He put me in the back of a van. And he was doing 40 because he thought it was funny. And he started swerving left and right, left and
Just
right,
went
left
over.
and right. I hit the back doors, yeah? I hit the back doors. And then he slammed the brakes at 40 miles per hour. And I went straight into the metal bar between the back and the front. Head first. KO'd.
Is this
yeah?
your mate?
It's my mate. KO'd. He opened the back door, thought I was dead, and ran. Bounced.
Got some
Bounce.
good mates.
Gone. Left me.
I'm like,
No, I think he might have unbuttoned my shirt because we was at a christening.
Went through his pockets, took
Yeah.
his wallet.
Unbuttoned my shirt so I could breathe. Then assumed I was dead, I guess. And no, there was a few of us. Basically, I'd called shotgun and I still ended up in the back of the van, which was,
Them man didn't respect you. They didn't rate you. That's bad, man.
nah, it's bang out of order, actually.
We went all the way up to Blackpool in the back of my mate's van once it was someone's birthday, and we went up in the back of his van. And he pulled into these service stations on the way up, and he's like, don't make it hot in it. The second that man put the brakes on to go around the corner, I just whipped the panel of the van open and just ran at the service stations going, help me! Help me! He's fucking fuming. He wanted to leave me in the middle of this.
I'd have left you. My dad nearly got arrested in India. because we were sleeping in the back of this minibus. So it's like 5 seats, and then it's like a van after. And then me and my sister, we was asleep. We was on this like 14-hour drive. The police pulled us over, opened the back doors. My dad is a lot darker than me. They were like, "You've kidnapped these kids. They look nothing like you. They're white." And he had to like, he had nothing on him though. We didn't have our passports. We didn't have anything because we was on the road. I don't know how we got away with it in the end. I don't know what he did. We didn't have phones and shit back then.
Paid him off.
This is 97. So I was asleep the whole time.
Just slept through it.
Good snooze, that.
Useful asset on the road.
Once he was looking for me for hours because I rolled off the bed and rolled under the bed. And he assumed I'd been kidnapped overnight because we were in India.
That's how deep a sleeper you are. You just fucking hit the deck.
Hit the deck and rolled under the bed, yeah. Mad. And he was searching. Thought he'd lost me. But I'm a bit of a cunt. I used to pretend to be dead when my mum used to wake me up from
Yeah,
school.
I used to do that.
That reminds me of something actually which is animal related.
Of course it is with you, fucking...
We borrowed a dog.
Bestiality.
We've been borrowing a dog recently.
Your cat died because you tried to fuck it, innit? That's what happened.
We definitely didn't.
Oh, he was very close to that cat.
Yeah, look.
Put it in a
Don't
cell.
talk about Jules like that.
Jules! White people.
Yeah, that brings me on to something. Like, we borrowed a dog recently, and I came back.
Wait. In what circumstance do you need to borrow a dog?
There's an app that you can borrow dogs on called Borrow My Dog.
It's a good name for
So
that.
you go on it. It's like
But what's the circumstance that you need to borrow a dog?
if you don't want one like permanently, but
Oh,
you
right.
just like look like dog sitting basically.
Oh, okay.
But you like choose the dog. It's like Tinder.
That should be
except
called look after my dog.
What's
I
wrong
feel
with
like Borrow My Dog's all right
Borrow, well, you're not, why, but what?
because we're borrowing it and then giving it back.
It's not an object, it's a life.
What, and you actually swipe like on Tinder?
Well, you pretty much it's like Tinder, except obviously you're not going to shag the dog unless you're into that kind of thing.
Why are you
I've
pointing
done
at
that,
me?
I've done that on Tinder before.
Yeah, you've had a few dogs on Tinder, haven't you? But yeah, like we've obviously been borrowing this. We've been borrowing this dog, we're borrowing this sausage dog, and it's all good. And then like one day I came back from work, and then I come into the living room, and then my girlfriend's on the sofa, and she's like doing that thing where like you make out like you're crying in front of the dog to see if the dog cries as well. And I was just like, what the fuck
This
is
dog
going on
that's
here?
known her for
I was
2
like,
days.
this dog is not your therapist. Like, what's...
Imagine, you borrow someone's dog dies while it's
Well,
with
that,
you.
yeah, we all...
That'd be my biggest fear.
There must be
Yeah.
a thing in there that says if my...
That'd
But
be
is that
my
a thing? Have
biggest
you
fear.
done that before? Like pretending to die in front of the dog and to
don't
see if
have
the
a
dog
dog.
cares about
I
it?
don't have a dog.
No, but like, have
What?
you done that before? Is that a thing?
Do I just
Nah,
go to the park and pretend to die in front of random dogs?
No, but you do that. See if the dog cares. You like,
Yeah, I've seen the videos of that.
oh yeah. So she was trying to do that, and
My
the
dog-
dog didn't care.
Nah, my dogs have always been little pricks, man.
Yeah,
Because
that
I've
dog
got no
didn't care.
interest in training them.
Do your mum still have a dog now?
She's got a dog now, yeah.
Yeah, so we borrowed that dog the first time, and like 5 minutes in, and just pissed straight on the curtains.
It's got to let you know, innit?
Yeah, it's like
This
right.
ain't your yard anymore.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not being funny, but this dog's just been pimped out every week, probably.
yeah. So it's probably
You
like,
pay to borrow it as well?
no,
Oh.
it's like free.
So you could borrow a dog, get it to bang another dog, and then...
I was just going to ask you
I
about
mean,
this.
that would
Did you
be
see-
that's like your business mind thinking there.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I just want to borrow, like we'll just borrow a
Let's
dog
just
for
stroke a
something.
dog for a little
Like,
bit.
you know what I mean?
Nah,
Like,
but did
take
you-
it for a walk.
I think
Stroke
he put it on Facebook, innit? Didn't Ash stood out his dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick dog, man. And he'll make money off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like a bull, like he's like a proper like bulldog thing.
Yeah,
innit?
Yeah, this was like a sausage.
He'll
dog.
make money off that. Everyone's obsessed with sausage dogs in London.
They don't live very long, do they? They're like...
I think maybe like 6, 7, something like that.
Are they another one of them dogs that's been like overbred to cause them to look like that? Like
yeah,
pugs.
yeah, the one that we've been looking after is it's got quite
Bass legs.
No, it's like a pale blue color, which means it's been bred like so many times to become like this color.
Is that why you want to watch the Avatar? After
Yeah,
felt
I was
inspired?
like, oh, we need to see him again.
What would our kids look like?
Yeah,
Oh, Jason's
Yeah.
fucking the pet.
but it's quite.
Jason's fucking the dog again.
But
The dog's not called Jules.
Just see the dog's head hanging out of his flies.
Yeah.
Sausage dog, all right. Fucking hell. But no, I didn't spend the night in that church either. But
Yeah, I didn't shag that dog either.
I shit myself. That church was fucked. And like haunted houses.
I just thought you were starting another story when he said I shit myself.
Haunted houses did a thing there. There's like an episode.
Oh, is it?
In there, yeah.
With like Derek Acora and that.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
I don't watch that shit. That shit fucks me up, man.
I think it's interesting, man.
I don't watch scary
Bollocks.
films. I don't like none of that
I'd like
shit.
to do a ghost tour, even though I know it's bollocks. I just think it'd be a laugh.
Yeah, I think it'd just be good to scare other people.
I went to one
I'd
of
like to
them.
do one of them zombie things, where you get chased.
Yeah, I did.
I did
So I
one
did
of
that.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if,
Like
like,
you said, you never run. Did you just walk?
yeah, it was fine. It was
Mm.
absolutely fine. I just walked through. I was like, none of this shit's real. They're gonna jump out at me. I got to the end, and like you get to the end, and then you can see the exit, and then you hear a noise behind you. So I turned around, and I looked at this whatever it was staring at me. Then I turned back round, and there was what's the correct term for a little person? Little person, midget.
Well, you
No?
can't even
Dwarf.
say. Yeah, you can't even say midget gems anymore. So I'd say it's
Is it dwarf?
No, little
it's
person.
a little person, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
There was just a little person holding on to my leg. Like they wait till you turn back around and then they hug your leg.
Where was this?
India.
Did it run after you as well?
Yeah, fuck me up, bro. Fuck me up.
That would scare me.
Fucking hell.
That would scare me.
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I remember. Have you been to you've been to Fort Park?
Not in years.
No, I've never been.
You know the saw ride then?
Nah,
They got
nah,
the
nah.
saw maze.
Oh yeah, I
that's
know.
me,
Yeah, I know the ride.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I remember we would have been like 19, 20, and we're down at Fort Park, going to the maze. One of our boys is shitting himself. He's like, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in. It's too prang. In literally before you go in, they stand you next to the little saw doll, take a group picture. As they're taking the picture, he just bolts out the entrance. He's like, nah, not doing it. Just runs out. This geezer. They make you go around. It's dark, so you got to hold onto the shoulders of the person in front of him. This geezer who's holding on to, I'm at the back of our group. This geezer's holding onto my shoulders, and he's like, as if my man ran, like, oh, I ain't scared. Big man like me just got out a pen and that. And his boys are like, yeah, fresh home, okay then. And he's like giving it all this talk. My man is screaming, going round this. At one point, he's holding onto my shoulders. I literally said to him, I said, bro, can you just hold my hoodie, please? Because he's he's gripping my shoulders. He came out of there at the end. He was like, sorry, bro.
He went back inside.
He was a bit
after.
mad still.
I don't really like that shit.
But he was like laughing at my mate. And he
He's like, is this what it's like on the
eating it
outside? I
all,
want to
so-
go back in.
Oh man, yeah, he was like, he was like, nah, put me back,
Yeah.
put me back, boss. I just saw a little person in face paint chasing me down the corridor.
Was there little people in there as well?
I think so, yeah. And there was
Why are little people scary? Little girls in films scare the shit out of me.
yeah, like kids.
Yeah, they fuck me. I can't watch shit like Annabelle and anything with little children in it staring at me fucks me up.
I mean, considering how we started this episode, that's probably a good thing.
What's that one with it? Is it The Conjuring where it's got the
The what?
The Conjuring.
Conjuring? What's it called?
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Conjuring.
Conjuring, yeah. Is that the one with the girl who get
Yeah.
like, the weird looking girl? That's horrible, that film.
Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
I don't watch horror films. They fuck me up.
you know,
No,
you should
never,
watch that one. It's
never,
good,
never,
mate.
never.
It's a good
Alright.
watch.
Wrap it up, bro. Tell them
Yeah.
how you fuck dogs and shit.
Yeah,
Have a moment.
I just like to put it on record that I
When he told his missus he liked doggy, that's not what he meant.
decided to go on record that that's not true. And yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Follow on the socials.
He said it so sincerely, like he's worried that Peter are going to turn a piece. Yeah.
It's like some dog version of Me Too.
Imagine your missus is like, oh, should we borrow another dog this weekend?
Yeah,
Do you
we
want a
tried
big-
to. I
do
didn't
you
want
want a
it.
big
It was
one
too
this
big.
week?
Band off.
Yeah, big ones. Yeah, I don't like big ones.
No?
Right. Nice one. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Follow on the socials. Tune in next time. Thanks, Raj. Thanks, Joe. Thanks to me. See you
Thanks,
later.
Jason.
This
Bye.
has been the
Yeah.
Word on the Streets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.